Hey, what's going on, everybody? So this particular video is pretty much some of the things that's actually already made. And they're just pretty much just going to go through like every single one. I'm going to do just like the last time. I'm going to spend about roughly 60 seconds per video. And, just talk about a couple of things. So we'll start off with this one right here. This one is it's like a frosty type of deal. Sweet smelling and just something just simple and basic. It's in a ceramic vessel. And it has a little small cotton wick in it. This one is pretty thin, so doesn't really burn as long as some of the other stuff that we make. Okay, so for this one is a flute. Adjust the camera a little bit. All right, so for this particular flute, this is like a champagne one. So with this one, just like the ones that we were just talking about before, so this one's just to kind of give you a visual. So we usually just put a wick that's like a string type wick that's in there. Can't really go over the dimensions on the size of it right now because I don't have it in front of me, but we like to use wooden wicks. Wooden wicks burn pretty good. This one is a little bit wide for this size, but it will burn evenly. But I prefer to use wooden wicks in the majority of the stuff that we have. So that's what we have for this one, and we put the temperature pretty high so we can get all the bubbles to rush to the top to make it look realistic. Okay, for this one, okay, so with this particular glass right here, which we really don't have too many of this styles right here, this one we filled up the majority. The straw that's in the inside is like a very, very hard plastic. So this one, it wouldn't just burn like a plastic straw. So we try to use some very hard materials when we try to use decor inside the candles themselves. So usually when the glass gets pretty hot, sometime it may damage some of the decor items, so that's why sometimes we try to put the wick away from those items to try to keep the realistic effect of it. But this one, even if you was to blow out the candle, you can still pretty much grab it from the side, as long as it's not too close to the top and it wouldn't burn you. And for the next one, okay, so this one, as you can see, is some literature right there in the front. This one just is a small drinking glass. So this one is not really recognized too much for alcohol. So this is just a regular, drink that you would probably get at some type of barista, some to a place like that. Some little smoothie shop. So it has some strawberries in there, and some type of little frothy filling that's inside of there. So this one is something just nice and simple. So this one has a strawberry scent that's inside of it. Nothing too crazy, just something simple. And with this next one, okay, so this one, I wanted something that was going to be like a ruby red color when it came to a lot of wine. I know some of them are like a pretty dark maroon color, or some blood red wine colors. So I wanted something just a little bit brighter. So I made this particular one right here. As you can see, we talked about the wooden wicks earlier. I love the way they burn, and I wanted like a nice pooling, even quality around. And sometimes when you're making candles, sometimes that's with gel wax, like with this, you don't have to worry about that too much. But with regular candles, you have this thing that you have to worry about, what's called tunneling, which if you don't get a wick wide enough, you can actually just like burrow a hole like straight down in the middle of it, like a rabbit. So it's the reason why I use wooden wicks. And for this next one, this kind of gives you more of an effect of, you know, you've made something at home. So you have something that looks like a, it actually looks like a piece of Twix it's in the back there. I mean, hey, to which his own. And this is supposed to be like a hot cocoa effect with a cookie that's inside of it. So you have like some type of candy piece that's in the left side, cookie that's in the center, and some hot cocoa. You know, some people, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff that people have asked for. I've seen a lot of crazy things that some people, that I've visually seen it, some people drink right in front of me. So, you know, this is not uncommon. And for the next one, so for this one, we went a little bit more simple. So instead of having more of like a realistic, because you really wouldn't get a drink like this, that will be like completely perfect as far as having different layers, not even an alcoholic drink. So you have some marshmallows to the top, some chocolate and graham crackers to the back of it. And you still have those same scents and flavor notes to the bottom of it. So that's what each one is. So like the white marshmallow, you'll get that again with the white part right there. The graham cracker that's right there, you'll get that in the orange one right there. And then the chocolate note, as far as the scent, you'll get that all the way at the end. And this particular one right here, so this one has a very, very, very hard plastic. And that's the symbolized ice that's inside of it. Now, we do make actual ice, like cubes, that's still made out of like gel wax. So it all depends on the type of candle and what we would utilize. So we would take something like that, you know, to sprinkle it around. So in this case right here, this is not gel wax. This is just like a super hard, it's almost like acrylic as far as that. So it wouldn't just burn, especially you would have the wax itself that would actually keep it cool and actually keep it from burning. So that's what this, in this particular margarita style glass, that's what this would be right here. And if you look to the top right there, it makes it look even more realistic when we use that particular stuff. So if I was to use gel wax, I wouldn't get that realistic effect. So I like to try to make things at least close to being as realistic as possible. And if not, then we don't, but that's what I try to do. So there you have it. So you have your margarita glass. You have your wine glass that we've talked about earlier. We have your small little fruit cup. That's almost made like a drinking parfait. You have your champagne flute, okay? And you have your club style margarita that you have that's over here. And all of the others. So we have all our drinks right here in front of us. And so with that being said, if you know you have an idea or something that you would love for us to make, you know, just send us, you know, a message and tell us, hey, you know, like, hey, would you be able to do this or would you be able to do that? So far, I haven't seen one drink that I have not been able to, so especially if you was to send a picture of it. But with that being said, appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thanks for listening. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave a like, follow, and stand by for the next video, and we'll get back to you soon. Appreciate it. Thank you, and thank you all for your support. Goodbye.